The Pittsburgh Steelers lose out on cornerback Cam Sutton in free agency as he's headed to the Detroit Lions on a 3-year, $33 million deal, with reports saying that $22 million is now guaranteed for the veteran quarterback. A great move for Cam Sutton, a bad loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really, the Steelers were not going to give up $11 million per season for Cam Sutton. The price tag was too high. They would have liked to keep it under $10 million a year. Still, Cam has to go out and get what he's deserved. Right now, he's deserved $11 million per season, according to the Detroit Lions. That is a move nobody can be upset about him taking. He enters a Lions team that is on the uprise. The defense is looking good. Dan Campbell is a coach that I think a lot of players want to go play for. Not a bad move for Cam Sutton. He takes 3 interceptions in 2022, 15 pass deflections, his best year as a pro so far. Inside, outside versatility, which is the biggest thing the Pittsburgh Steelers now need to replace. They do not have an answer right now on how they will move on without Cam Sutton. Everybody expects them to draft a cornerback, and I think that now moves directly into sole possession of the first position on the Steelers' big board with the 17th overall pick in the NFL draft. There's no way that they could go about moving forward and replacing Cam Sutton and keeping this secondary alive without drafting a corner. I would also expect them to go into free agency and try and sign somebody before everybody's off the board. Rock Ya-Sin has been named to the Steelers multiple times, and I think that's a name that fits well. He doesn't come up with as much splash as Cam Sutton did last season, but he's still very reliable. He fits the mold of what Cam Sutton is as a cornerback, and I think that it's not a downgrade. It's not an upgrade, and I don't even think it's flatlined. I think that you lose Cam Sutton, and it's very hard to replace what he could do on a football field. But I think that if you bring in a guy like Rock Ya-Sin, if you bring in a corner in the NFL draft, and if you hope that Ahkello Witherspoon could bounce back from a hamstring injury, and him and Levi Wallace could also provide some starter quality play out there, the Steelers are looking at a cornerback group that might be young, might not have a superstar just yet, but has pieces to work with. And I think that that's enough for them heading into 2023. They still have major questions at safety because we don't know what's going to happen to DeMonte KZ or Terrell Edmunds. They still have major questions at inside linebacker because TJ Edwards went off the board at $6.5 million per season, which means that Myles Jack is getting way overpaid at $11 million a year. They'd save $8 million if they cut him. And we still don't know what's going to go on at defensive tackle and defensive end. But Javon Hargrave just got paid the bag at $84 million over 4 years. Major questions for the Steelers. Not a good start losing Cam Sutton. A great move for Sutton himself, and one I am very happy about. I think Cam Sutton's a great person. He's always been a good guy to me in the locker room. One of my favorite players to talk to every single day. Best of luck to him. The Pittsburgh Steelers, we'll see what happens.